Quit ignoring 80% of your audience. Hey, it's Dave Jackson here from the schoolofpodcasting.com. And I see here we're in Apple iTunes, and they have these cool little buttons over here on the right-hand side. You'll see if I click on Get, I can share this on Facebook, or I can share it on Twitter, and I get why they have those in there. But the problem is, number one, if I actually go and do that, I'll bring this over on the screen. Hey, looky, it looks pretty awful once it finally catches up here. And think about this. If your audience is across the pond, as we say here in the US, there it is, not very pretty. And when your audience in Europe sees that and they click on that, 80%, I'm going to say that again, 80% of Europe is on an Android phone, and this does nothing for them. And when you do this and go, hey, have an iTunes link, have an Apple link, they're like, yeah, thanks for completely ignoring me, especially when you could send them to a page like this. Send them right to your episode page on your website where you have control over what the image is and how it shows up. And you also can have buttons here along with a play button for Apple and a button for Android and whatever you want. And if you think about this, and a play button and a newsletter if you want, I have a fair amount of calls to action on this page. Or you can even send them over to a subscribe page. So here I have a video on how to subscribe. I got the two big giant Apple and Google buttons there, and then all the other ones if you want. And the whole point of this is you want to make sure there are no hurdles between you and your audience subscribing. And so when you send only an Apple link, or if you only go to your website and the only link you have is Apple, Spotify right now is number 2. They are available on Apple and Android. Why not put a Spotify button up there? Make it super easy. But the bottom line is when you go Apple only, you are ignoring 80% of your audience, especially if your target audience is in Europe. And many of us, we don't care how people listen. We just want them to listen. So if you want more help with this, whether you're launching a podcast or growing the one you have, come visit me over at schoolofpodcasting.com/work with me. I would love to work with you. And I've got multiple plans, multiple budgets for multiple needs. Thanks so much. Happy podcasting.